study functional areas of cerebrum. In that we will study parietal lobe. Frontal lobe we have studied. Now we will come to parietal lobe. This is central sulcus. This is parieto-occipital sulcus. So in between these two, this parietal lobe is present. Now this parietal lobe is the center for somesthetic sensation area. That is, or it is also called as sensory area. Now this particular area is the center for, or it is the sensation for pain, pressure, temperature and taste, which is also called as gustatory receptors. The receptors, they are present in this particular area. Now one more, here you can see very clearly, this is the taste area, which is also called as gustatory receptors. Now come to temporal lobe. This temporal lobe, it is having two main area. One is called as olfactory area, which is there for sensory, for smell, and second is auditory area, which is for hearing. Now let us see, this is auditory area and this is olfactory area. Now the area which is present around these area, suppose this is auditory area, this is sensory area, but the area which is present around sensory area is called as association area. Now here also this is sensory area, but the area which is present around sensory area is called as association area. And we have studied what is the meaning of association area or the sensory area. Sensory area means which receive the message. Association area means which interpret or analyze. So these two areas, they are present very nearby to each other. Now we will study functional areas of cerebrum. In that we will study occipital lobe. Where exactly occipital lobe is present? This is occipital lobe. Now let us see which areas are present in occipital lobe. Visual area. Visual area means sense of vision. Here this is the center for visual area. Now we have sense organ, and to see we have eyes, but actually that message from the eyes, it is perceived and it is sent to this particular area so that we can see the things very clearly. So this is the center. Association visual area. Now what do you mean by association visual area? Let us say first that perception, analysis, storing information obtained by the sight. For example, suppose you're watching a particular movie. So with the help of eyes, you can see very clearly what is going on. With the help of ear, you can hear the sound also. So you can store that particular movie in that particular center, and later on, whenever another person asks you, at that time you can clearly tell him or her that story. So that analysis, that perception and the storing information obtained by that site, it is stored in the association area. Now where this association area is present, this is visual area, and the area which is present around the visual area is called as association visual area. Now come to Ritchie's area. Now Ritchie's, it is a name of the scientist who discovered this area. Where exactly this area is present? Here. So now this area of contact between three lobes: parietal lobe, occipital lobe and temporal lobe. 1, 2 and 3. So this area, it is present in between these three. What is the speciality of this area? It helps in understanding of spoken and written words. Now what do you mean by it help to understand? For example, whenever teachers, they are explaining you, so whatever they are teaching, whatever they are writing on the board, that you can clearly understand due to this area. Broca's area, it is present here, that we have seen. That Broca's area, it is for you or it is for us. Whatever you are thinking, that you have to speak. But here, this Rickey's area means someone is telling you and that information you can understand. Okay, so that center is present in Rickey's area. Now we will study basal ganglia or basal nuclei. Now what do you mean by basal ganglia or basal nuclei? It is a group of cell bodies that are present deep in the brain. Gray masses present within white matter. Now what do you mean by gray matter? What do you mean by white matter? We have studied that our brain, it consists of outer part which is called as cortex and the middle part is called as medulla. The outer part is made up of, it is gray matter, it is made up of cyton, that is the cell body of the neuron, and the medulla, it consists of axon. But sometimes this gray matter, it comes in the white matter, means these neurons, they are present here also, in the medulla also. That group of cell is called as basal ganglia. What is the function of basal ganglia? It receives the neurotransmitters, the messages it receives from various parts of the body. And function is, they help the cortex means the outer part, in the execution of the activities at subconscious level. Now what do you mean by subconscious level? Many times we are doing the work or two works we are doing at one time. For example, writing slow. What do you mean by writing slow? Suppose you are watching a TV. At that time, you can write also. Means at a time, you are doing two works. Here, rapid typing. Whenever someone is talking with you, at that time, you can type also. Means at the level of subconscious mind, our mind or our brain is working. It is because of basal ganglia. Now come to the structure called as corpus striatum. What is corpus striatum? It is present at the floor. Floor means the down part. The floor of the cerebrum, and it is the largest basal ganglia. So in this manner, we have studied or we have completed functional areas of the cerebrum, and we have covered all the areas. We have covered frontal lobe, we have covered parietal lobe, we have covered occipital lobe, and we have covered temporal lobe also.